So, niche designer, Middle Eastern perfumes. Here's my review.
Hola friends, mi gente, ¿cómo están? How are you doing? Feliz Thursday, happy jueves. I hope you're doing well, friends. I hope that you're having a very relaxing evening. Mine is going pretty well. It's going pretty nicely. And it was a good scent mail day. It was a wonderful day. I received quite a few fragrances. I'm so happy about them. I ordered 2 new fragrances from Aroma Concepts. One is a Paris Corner, and the other one that I want to talk about today is Gulf Orchid. And I said, you know what? I need to talk to the friends about this perfume. This is a new release. I was actually trying to see how long it's been out here in the States, and I can't really find any details about that. I know it showed up on Aroma Concepts maybe like 2 weeks ago or so. As soon as I saw it, I'm on Aroma Concepts like every day. Like every day I am on there waiting to see if something new has dropped. So I ordered this perfume last week, right? It delivered pretty quickly. And it is so different from what I thought it was going to be in a very, very good way. This is very lovely. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, it is gorgeous. So I was already like in my little lounge t-shirt and, you know, my little house pants. And I said, I need to talk to the friends though, because this is so nice. This is so nice. And it is just getting prettier and prettier as the hours pass. So I said, let me make some time. Let me comb these hairs. Let me draw on some brows. And let me hang out with the friends and talk about this perfume. So this perfume, friends, this is Dark Chocolate, and it is by Gulf Orchid. Here's what the box looks like. Isn't this so pretty, right? Qué bonito. It is so, so pretty. This looks almost like a little crown or the end of a scepter, right? Really, really gorgeous. And I went and I got a scissor so that I could slide it in here and open this carefully. And when I opened it, I was like, well, that wasn't necessary because it literally opens like this. There's no point in opening the top flap, but anyways, so you take off this outer box, and which is such a gorgeous chocolate color, right? Isn't that so pretty? And you have this white box, and it says Gulf Orchid on it. Really gorgeous. And then it opens like this. Mi gente, pero cállate, qué bonito. Qué bonito, no? Isn't this so pretty? Look at this. It looks like something from a museum, right? I don't know if you can, oh, there it goes. You see that beautiful pattern? It almost looks like a flower, right? Really gorgeous, or a mandala. Very, very beautiful. And then this wording here, it says, Dark chocolate is the essence for those who seek uniqueness and indulge in mysteries. Spicy cardamom and bright grapefruit introduce a rich heart of deep cocoa, merging into a lingering blend of oud and labdanum for luxurious fragrance for those who walk on the darker side of sensuality. Very interesting words there. But anyway, let's get the bottle out. It's very snug in this cutout. It's a cutout of the actual bottle. Okay, friends, so here is the actual bottle. Mira qué bonito, no? It's so, so pretty. It says Dark Chocolate by Gulf Orchid, Eau de Parfum, 100 mLs, 3.4 fluid ounces. And the cap is very, very snug on here. It's a little difficult to take off. This doesn't have a lot of weight to it, but it is very pretty. It has the same shape that's on the outer box. Almost like a little crown or the top of a scepter. Really, really beautiful. So pretty. This presentation is just gorgeous. And then that same floral shape is here. And this perfume, let me tell you, it's really pretty, friends. It is really, really pretty. I am so impressed with it. Let me spray this for you. It's so nice. I received this, I want to say it was before my lunch time. I was working, but it was before lunch. So I want to say this arrived maybe around like 2 o'clock this afternoon, and I've had it on since then. What time is it right now? I'm not even sure. I think it's about like 8:30 in the evening. So over 6 hours and I can still smell it. I only sprayed it on my hand. I didn't do all over because I was wearing a different fragrance, but wow. Okay, so let's spray this. The atomizer is very nice. Isn't that lovely? And let me spray it on the hand that I had sprayed it on before. Listen, I love Gulf Orchid. I have had very positive experiences with their fragrances, and this is no exception. Oh, there it is. There it is. This is so pretty. Okay, this is so lovely. You know, I was thinking to myself yesterday before this delivered, I thought to myself, ay, mija, pero why did you order a chocolate fragrance? We're about to go into spring. And, you know, you think of like chocolates and coffees and tobaccos and those types of scent profiles as being very fall and very winter. So I said, what were you thinking? The journey this perfume goes on. Let me stop. Let me get to it, right? It's just, you know, it's just so fascinating to me. I've been trying to read more so that I could describe these things to you in a fuller manner, especially when I'm speaking. I love to write, so it's very easy for me to put together a description, but to just speak on it, to find those words like right off the top of my head, you know, you have to read more and more in order to be able to do that. So that's what I've been trying to do. But this fragrance, as soon as you spray it, it smells like Terry's orange chocolates. And I believe the brand is Terry's. I believe they're from the United Kingdom. And they are these chocolates in the shape of oranges, and they come in orange foil and I think blue foil because they have different ones. There's dark chocolate, milk chocolate. I think they even have a mint chocolate. But the dark chocolate one is the one that you find most often, and it's infused with orange. And it comes in foil, and you're supposed to hit the top of the orange ball so that when you remove the foil, the little pieces come apart. I'll put a picture of that chocolate on the screen, but pretty much this smells like dark chocolate with orange. In this case, mandarin. The top notes for this fragrance are mandarin and cardamom. So you have this aromatic in cardamom, and you also have mandarin. But as soon as it opens to me, what I'm smelling is the dark chocolate and the mandarin. This mandarin is very juicy and it's sweet. And oh my goodness, it smells exactly like a confection. It smells like something that you can eat. It's not overly sweet because it is a dark chocolate, and you get that sense of dark chocolate. It's not a milky chocolate. It's not a milk chocolate. It is very much a dark chocolate. Another note that it has is cocoa, which is powdered chocolate, right? So once you grind down the cacao, you start making cocoa, and that is what turns into chocolate, right? So the cocoa powder. And you get this very earthy, not very sweet, you know how they say semi-sweet type of chocolate scent with this gorgeous, sweet, rich, juicy, so juicy, this mandarin. Right off, oh my goodness. Like, you can't tell me it is not that candy on the back of my hand. It is so photorealistic. Oh my goodness, is photorealistic for scents? It smells like the real thing is what I'm trying to say. Goodness gracious, it's so pretty. Rich, dark chocolate, a little bitter, a little earthy too. There's a little bit of an earthy tone there. Now, what is also so gorgeous is that mandarin in this instance also has a floral honey type of tone to it. So this sweetness that you can smell and the inner parts of flowers sometimes. I'm going to read you the notes as they are listed on Gulf Orchid's site, and also as they are listed on Aroma Concepts. They're pretty much the same on both these sites. So they say, can I turn to the correct page? I have so many notes. So dark chocolate opens with mandarin and cardamom at the top. In the middle, we have chocolate, dark chocolate. We have cocoa, jasmine, and anise blossoms. At the base, we have labdanum, which is a resin. So there is also this resinous quality. We have musk, we have vanilla, and amber. So this is what's so beautiful about this fragrance. It starts out as very much this dark chocolate, this semi-sweet type of dark chocolate, a darker, richer, earthier cacao, this really sweet, luscious, ripe mandarin, and it's creating this confection, this gourmand scent right at the top. Absolutely lovely. Give this perfume about 2 hours and the dark chocolate pretty much disappears. It's gone. It's gone. It hangs around for, I want to say 2.5 hours. And then it just dissipates. Like, it didn't just disappear. Like, oh my goodness, where did that go? It started to fade in such a lovely way that I kept smelling the back of my hand. Like, where's that chocolate? Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. And it's getting lighter and lighter and lighter. And the cacao powder starts becoming more pronounced. And you get this like, this dry essence of a cacao powder, right? Let me actually read you what I wrote as I was experiencing the progression of this fragrance. So it opens up, like I said, the orange, the chocolate, reminds me of that chocolate ball, a sweet mandarin, a bright mandarin, very juicy. The jasmine here is light. It's a light floral, almost like you're getting the hint of a flower. How do you say that? When you see something out of the corner of your eye, como ves algo de reojo, right? That's how this jasmine is kind of like peeking in at you. Lovely. So, so lovely. Now, there's also something that came in, I want to say about the 45-minute, 1 hour mark, that reminded me of a soapy, clean type of presence. Very soapy, white soap, like ivory, like a very clean ivory type of soap profile. And the powdery cacao, which we've already spoken about. And then this anise. Anise is a favorite. I really, really love anise. We used to eat anise candies when I was a little girl. They're these little white candies and they're so delicious. And you get this scent that reminds me of Sambuca, the Italian liquor. It's from the anise, right? And it has this fennel-like quality as well. It smells like the aromatic, the fennel seed. It is so lovely. Fennel itself has this, in anise, this type of pungent little scent to it, even though it's sweet. But it reminded me of Sambuca, very aromatic, very much an anise. And so yes, I wrote here, the chocolate begins to dissipate and it leaves behind this clean soapy scent with hints of fennel or a licorice, this gorgeous anise, and woody but very clean and very bright. And hours later it becomes this gorgeous skin musk. And where did I put that box? Because they said something on the box that I really started to resonate with me. So in the box, they say the darker side of sensuality. This is what I find so beautiful about this fragrance. This is very much a spring and summer scent. That dark chocolate, it reels you in almost like if you're walking by a confectionery and you're like, oh my goodness, what is that smell? It's so lovely. It's obviously chocolate. It's not overly sweet. Layers. There's so many layers to this fragrance. And when that chocolate dissipates, it becomes this absolutely gorgeous, sensual type of skin scent at the dry down. It is sensual, but it's still clean and there's still a brightness. I would dare say this is a bright fragrance. Like, this is warm. It is warm, but it's bright and it's clean. And that anise especially gives it an absolutely gorgeous profile. I think what's so pretty here is that everything that is giving it a sweetness is a moderate sweetness. This is not overly sweet. This is a chocolate that's very much more like a dark chocolate. It's mature, right? It's mature. It's not a Hershey's. It's literally like something made by a master chocolatier. It is so gorgeous. And the notes weave into one another and give space to one another. I had said on Instagram earlier that it kind of reminds me of an orchestra, like when one instrument fades out and another one takes its place. Absolutely lovely. It's a symphony the way these little notes are coming together. But the labdanum here has this resinous quality to it that's also has a hint of sweetness. I'm getting these hints of sweetness from the jasmine, from the dark chocolate, from the mandarin, from the vanilla. There's vanilla here as well. And it's just hints of sweetness, which is so refreshing. And in my mind, I'm like, who would you ever think that a dark chocolate fragrance could be refreshing? You know, that it could just sit so beautifully on the skin. They did such a great job by choosing anise to pair with this chocolate. This is so, so well done. I am so impressed by how this is such a refreshing, uplifting, interesting, and yet sensual fragrance. They're so right. There is something very sensual about it. Now, like I said, on the box, they note grapefruit. So there is a citrus, which would give you much more of a fresh, bright, clean type of feel as opposed to the sweet, ripeness of a mandarin. It's not listed on the notes on Fragrantica or Aroma Concepts or Gulf Orchid, but it is in the box. So they have, grapefruit, right, is in here. Oud. They said that there is a lingering blend of oud and labdanum. And there is something very sensual and musky at the dry down, a gorgeous powdery type of musk to me. I always tend to associate powdery with a musk that is clean. Now, sometimes labdanum can have an animalic type of profile to it, and so can oud. The only way that I would say that this is animalic is in the way that there is something very raw and sensual about how this fragrance dries down. It is almost like, what do they call them? Like pheromones, you know, like there's just something absolutely delicious, absolutely yummy, like a person will smell delicious to you. This is gorgeous. Mi gente, that is dark chocolate, because now I'm just talking in circles. It is a beautiful journey. We have dark chocolate, we have cocoa powder, labdanum, resinous. We have that gorgeous anise, which gives this impression of fennel and just a hint of licorice and this like sambuca liquor. It's beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. And the florals here are like teasing you. That jasmine, just gorgeous. So that is dark chocolate. I highly recommend. I can't imagine that this would go bad on me. I can only think that it's only going to get better. This is beautiful. Absolutely lovely. It's amazing how these notes give way to another part of this scent journey, and that they managed to mix things that in my mind I wouldn't think would work together so beautifully. I would have never thought that a dark chocolate fragrance could be uplifting. Sensual, yes, I could see that, but fresh and even clean in a way while still being sensual and skin-like. This is gorgeous. Mi gente, that is dark chocolate. Let me know if you're thinking of picking it up. If you're looking for a chocolate done in a very different way, I don't have any type of chocolate fragrance. I don't have any fragrance in my collection at all that I can say is similar to this. I don't know if it's duping anything or if it's inspired by anything. I did not look into any of that. I just take these fragrances for what they are, you know, but this is very, very well done by Gulf Orchid. It is absolutely gorgeous. I definitely recommend it, especially if you want a different take on dark chocolate. Anyway, mi gente, thanks for hanging out, for making some time for me. We will chat soon. Se me cuidan. Hablamos luego. Ciao.
I smell good. Yeah, I do. I smell good, and I want you to smell good too. So